Namaste yogis and welcome. My name is Alejandro from Flow into Nature and thank you for spending time with me. Today's class is all about awareness. The only time you and me can be aware is of this moment. So use your breath to ground you so you can stay more aware of the signals that your body is going to send you and that the thoughts you're going to have. With that being said, if you need any props for today, go ahead and grab them and know that we will be putting our feet off of the mat towards our sides, so make sure you have a little bit of room as well. I know that you can do this, give it your best, and let's have some fun. Let's go ahead and get started in a child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch at the back of the mat. Open the knees out nice and wide. Walk your fingertips forward. Relax the forehead down onto the mat. As you settle in, start to become a little bit more aware. What parts of your body are touching the ground? Is there any tension in the body, maybe in the hips, maybe in the upper body? Notice if you walked onto your mat with any to-dos still pending. Can you slow back down? Can you let those go off of the mat? Know that you can pick them up when we're done. Allow yourself to maybe relax a little bit more into the hips, into the shoulders, into the jaw. And let's connect and unite with our breath. Exhale out all of your stale air. Deep breath in through your nose, fill into the belly, into the chest. Open the mouth, exhale, let it all go. Feel the movement of the breath moving through you. Inhale, fill up. Open the mouth, exhale, let it all go. Couple more breaths. Option to walk your fingertips forward to lengthen through the sides body. Inhale. Press into the hands as you exhale. Can you press your hips a little deeper towards the heels? Breath in. And feel the breath out. Find yourself here, grounded, present, aware. Know that thoughts that may cross your mind are just that, they're thoughts. They're not part of who you are. We don't have to obey and listen to every thought. But please listen to your body as we move through today's class. If there's something you believe that's going too intense, or maybe your body is just telling you to back off, please listen to it. That's called awareness. At the same time, if the body feels good today, maybe you can even go even deeper than I'm going. Let's take one more breath in. Nice big aware exhale. On your next inhale, let's rise up, tabletop position. Stack the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. We're going to start moving into some wrist stretch. Just start to rock forward and back. Forward and back. Becoming aware as we start to stretch out through the forearms. I notice that my right wrist clacks a little bit, always does, previous injuries. I'm aware that I need to add a little bit more strength to that wrist, give it some care. All these little things. As I notice my awareness, maybe you can notice them as well in your body. If you need to go a little bit faster, know that you can. If you want to go a little bit slower, you can as well. But maybe you even notice how far forward does the shoulders go over or past the fingertips. And maybe they don't go past. That's just the flexibility of your body. We'll do one more. Bring it back, find a neutral posture. We're gonna bring the right fingertips to face the right, left fingertips to face the left. Keep shifting slightly forward, so we're adding a little bit more pressure to the inside of the wrist or right underneath the base of the thumb, and start to just rock a little side to side. If this feels good and you want to go a little bit deeper into your wrist stretches, know that you can bring your wrists to touch at the center of the mat. Still gently shifting forward and moving side to side. Here for 3, for 2, and 1. This time we're going to bring the fingertips almost touching the knees. So fingers face back, and from here we start to shift forward and back, forward and back. If you have really flexible wrists, if you've been practicing for a while, you know that you can walk your hands further forward to the top of your mat. Maybe you're even just regular tabletop and shifting forward, shifting back. Feel how that feels in your forearms and your wrists. If you have a lot of flexibility, maybe even lift the heels of the palms. And if you want to go and try it for yourself, maybe you can bend into the elbows. That's going to be the deepest stretch, going from the elbow all the way down into the fingertips. We're here for 3, for 2, and 1. Beautiful. Shift back forward, fingertips face the front of the mat. Tuck your toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. First time out of class, maybe of your day, really press into the hands. How deep can you press into the hands to lift the tailbone up to the sky, really focusing on creating a nice flat spine. And now from here, press your shoulders back, your heart back towards your thighs. Really trying to find as much openness through the shoulders. It'll become really beneficial for peak posture today. And then keeping the upper body as it is, maybe you start to bend one knee, and the other, walking out your dog. If there's anything that's calling to you in your practice, we move today, know that you don't have to exactly follow what I say. You're always welcome to add slight variations. If you want to do something completely different and you just want to be hearing some instructions in the background, you're always welcome to do that as well. Find yourself to come to center, melting the heels down to the mat, pressing deeply into the hands. Feel the belly pull in towards the spine. Take a breath in through the nose. Seal the lips as you exhale through the nose. Finding that Ujjayi breath, your breath of fire, warming up the body even more since we are at home. Breath in. And a breath out. Beautiful. From here, we're going to lift the right leg up to the sky. 3-legged dog. Bend your knee and lift your right hip up so that we're framing our hips to face the right side of the room. Notice if your right shoulder goes up with it, can you bring the right shoulder down? So we're squaring the hips to the ground. We're opening our hips to the side. Really bend your knee. Try to bring your heel to touch your glute. Nice and strong. Can you lift up on the left heel? Try to lift the right knee even higher. Inhale. As you exhale, lizard lunge. Right foot comes and place it on the right side of the right hand. From here, we're going to drop the back knee. Beautiful. Lizard lunge. You can untuck the back toes. And notice from here, pressing the hips forward and down, opening up, stretching the front of the left hip. It's really what we want to focus on at the moment. And just let the heart shift forward. Maybe you can even look up as you melt the hips back down towards the top of the mat. Breath in. Can you sink a little bit deeper into it? Breath out. Find awareness of how your hips are feeling today. Notice that if this is too far, you can always lift the hips a little bit more towards the top back corner of the room. Breath in. But if you can, as you exhale, can you sink it down just a little bit more? Wonderful. From here, we're going to open up the right knee. So the right knee is going to open towards the right side of your room. We're going to come onto the knife edge of the right foot. I'm going to bend my back knee. If you have props, if you have a strap, maybe you need it. You can wrap it around the left foot. You can always grab a towel And try to grab the outer edge of your left foot and start to squeeze your heel in towards the glutes. Note I'm still trying to bring my hips forward and down. So instead of keeping my hips up nice and high, really sink down into it. That way we can stretch out all the hip flexors, stretch out the quad, which will come and feel really good as we get into the peak posture a little bit later. Some of you might know where we're going. Wherever you are, nice and easy, breath in. If you want to, you can squeeze your heel a little bit closer and towards the glute, breath out. Slowly release the left leg. Bring the right hand back to the center of the mat. Beautiful. From here, we're going to open up into a twist. So bring the right arm up towards the sky this time. And breathe. Really press into the left hand. Open the chest towards the right side of the room. Try to sink the hips down as you continue to reach up, breath in. Can you twist and open the chest a little bit deeper, breath out. Last one, inhale. And twist as you exhale. Slowly bring the right hand back down, breath in. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the back knee, send the right foot all the way back. Walk out your dog, bending into the knees. Really pressing into the hands, creating that good muscle memory of your down dog. And find a neutral downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left heel up to the sky. Bend the knee and again open the hips towards the left side. Notice if that left shoulder came up with you, bring that left shoulder down. Square the shoulders down, open the hips. Feel the stretch through the side of your body. Bring your heel to come a little closer to your right glute. Can you lift the right heel up nice and high? Lift the left knee nice and high, inhale. As you exhale, lizard lunge, left foot on the outside of the left hand. You can drop your right knee, untuck the back toes. Beautiful. From here, still pressing into the hands, letting the hips fall forward. Start to create a little back bend. I'm really using my hands to pull my chest forward. I can either look forward if it feels good to you. You can gaze up and breathe. Inhale. Find awareness in the posture. Exhale. Breath in. Let the hips sink down as much as it feels good in your body. Breath out. One more breath in. And a breath out. I'm going to open up my left knee towards the left side of the room. And I'm coming onto the knife edge of my left foot. From here, I'm going to bend my right knee. Again, if you need a strap or a towel, or maybe you can just hold on to the outer edge of your foot. If you notice I have to lift my hips in order to grab my foot, that's okay, but still start to sink the hips back down. And as much as it feels good, start to pull the heel in towards the glute. Finding a nice deep quad stretch, again, stretching out those hip flexors. Let your chest open. Maybe you look up and over the left shoulder, breath in. Do you need to pull the heel in a little bit deeper, breath out. One more inhale. Squeeze it in, exhale. Slowly release. Bring the left hand back down. Beautiful. We'll find just a gentle twist. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Open up through the chest. Use as much strength as you need to in the right wrist. Press into that right hand. Can you reach a little bit higher? Continue to sink the hips down. Breath. Open the chest to frame the right wall. Breath out. Left wall. Inhale. Open and twist. Breath out. Slowly bring your left hand back down. Inhale, lift your right knee off the mat. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Really pressing into the hands. Walk your dog back out. Notice how the hips are feeling now. A little bit more open, hopefully. And slowly find your way to a downward facing dog. Melting the heels, pressing into the hands, and slight bend in the knees if you need to. Breath in. Exhale through your nose. 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale. Press the shoulders back as you exhale. Last one, breath in. And a breath out. Bend the knees, inhale, look forward. As you exhale, step your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Feet are going to stay nice and wide. Hopefully a little bit wider than the hips. Let your torso rest on your thighs. Grab onto opposite elbows, knees are slightly bent. Maybe from here you want to rock a little bit side to side. Use your upper body as a pendulum. If it feels good to you and your hamstrings are really flexible, maybe you can start to lengthen out through the legs. But you're still gazing back. Look at whatever's behind you, a wall, a couch, maybe some plants. Relax the head and neck heavy. Take another breath in. Can you fold a little bit deeper, breath out. Slowly release the hands down to the ground. Option if you'd like to bring your big toes to touch just to create a little bit more of a balance challenge as we move. And slowly start to roll all the way up to a nice tall stand. Know that there's no rush to come all the way up. Once you're there, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Really press into the ground. So activate and engage. Feel as your legs engage, the core engages. You reach up to the sky. Bring your palms together as you exhale. Bring your hands to your heart center. Still slightly engaged, pressing the palms together. Elbows are out nice and wide. Feel the tuck of the tailbone to help really engage the lower abs. Take a breath in. As you exhale, close the eyes. Allow yourself to set an intention for your practice today, of why you are here. How do you want to feel by the end of today's practice? I hope you find more awareness of your intention and you use that to fuel you through your practice today. Take one more breath in and a breath out. We're going to blink open the eyes, inhale, mountain pose, reach all the way up towards the sky. Beautiful. From here, you're going to hold on to your right wrist. And as you exhale, side stretch to your right. If you need to, you can bend your right knee so that you can bring more weight onto your left foot. You want to look straight forward as you pull your left hand towards the right side of the room. If you're going opposite from me in the video, that's okay. Try to press your hips further to the left. Try to press your hand further towards the right. Breath in. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper. Breath out. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach all the way back up. Grab your opposite wrist this time. As you exhale, fold towards your left. Beautiful. Again, if you can see me, I'm bending my left knee, using that to shift my weight onto my right foot, pressing my hips to the right, and then I'm pulling my right hand to the left side of the room. Again, you might be opposite of me, you might be following along with me. Either way, we're going both sides. Go a little bit deeper, inhale. Maybe you can go even deeper into that side stretch, breath out. Inhale, mountain pose, reach all the way back up. And as we exhale, forward fold, hinge through the hips, hands come through heart center as we lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins or to your thighs. We're paralleling our spine to the ground. I'm activating my core to lift me up. Pinch the shoulder blades together behind you. Continue to shift forward in towards your tippy toes. If you need to, you can bend the knees to release a little tension off the low back. Inhale. As you exhale, high plank. Plant your hands. We're going to send our feet back. Nice and strong. Pressing into the hands. Press the center of the heart up towards the sky. Tuck the tailbone. Feel the engagement of the core. Press and squeeze the inner thighs together. Here for 4. For 3. Yes, you can. Last 2. And 1. Inhale, shift all the way far forward. If you need to drop the knees to modify, you can. As you exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Bend the elbows down so you bend them 90 degrees. Beautiful. Inhale, press all the way back up. A push-up, nice and strong. Shift forward once again as you exhale. Chaturanga. Coming down halfway. If you need to, your belly can touch the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Option for your cobra. I'm in an upward facing dog. 4 corners are touching the mat. Just my hands and my feet. Squeezing my inner thighs and my glutes. Pressing deeper into my hands to lift the chest and lift the crown of the head. Breath in. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up and back. Breath in. And exhale through your nose. Let's flow that breath to movement, moving to your breath. You can go a little faster or even slower than I'm going. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward. As you exhale, forward fold. You can step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, forward fold, hinge and relax the upper body. Inhale, mountain pose. Engage the legs, core, and arms as you lift. As you exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach up towards the sky. Grab onto your left wrist. As you exhale, side stretch to your right. Option to bend that right knee. Inhale, mountain pose. Switch, grab opposite wrist. As you exhale, side stretch to your left. Option to bend your left knee. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen your spine. As you exhale, high plank, plant the hands, feet go back. We're going to do 1 push-up. If you want to skip it, you can. Shift forward. We lower down halfway and press back up. Once again, shift forward, lower down halfway. Untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. 1 breath to reset. Inhale. Out through your nose. Exhale. Bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to lengthen your spine. As you exhale, forward fold to the mat. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise all the way up, engage as you lift. As you exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, mountain pose, reach high. Grab your left wrist as you exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side stretch to your right. To your left. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, forward fold, melting to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, high plank, plant the hands, feet go back. Inhale, shift you forward. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, press back up. As you exhale, shift forward, lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Opening up through the heart, engage the legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Continue to breathe. Noticing the body, finding that awareness in the moment. Last breath, inhale. Press the shoulders back, exhale. Bend the knees, inhale, look forward. As you exhale, slowly shift all the way forward into a high plank. Okay, we're gonna repeat. Beautiful, inhale. Breath in. Finding that awareness, breath out. We're gonna lift the heels. Roll all the way far forward, 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 forward until you find yourself into a high plank. If you need to modify, you can drop in easily, lower all the way down for 4. Your belly will touch the ground. 3. Last 2. And 1. Bring the tops of your feet onto the mat. Press the feet down so your knees lift off the ground. Exhale out all your stale air. And as you inhale, rise up, cobra pose, pressing the feet down, engaging the glutes, and lift the shoulders off the mat. Notice that my hands stay right where they are, but squeeze the elbows together. Help engage the upper back to lift you up a little bit higher. Take one more inhale, can you reach up? As you exhale, slowly lower down. We're going to take cobra crunches. Inhales to lift you up. Exhales to lower. Keep moving. Inhales, rise. Exhales, lower. Breath in and out. Switch to open mouth exhales, helping release any heat the body may have built. Really pressing the feet down. If you're feeling strong, you can even lift the hands off the mat. That way you know you're focusing all the strength into the spinal extensors, the spinal muscles that help you lift all the way up. Here for 4. For 3. Keep pressing the toes down, lift a little higher. Last 2. And 1. Slowly lower down. Flip over like a pancake. Come onto your back. Bring your heels close to your glutes. You should be able to tickle your heels with your hands. If you have a block and you really want to, you can place a block in between your thighs. Press the hands next to you onto the mat. And then as you inhale, lift up, bridge pose. Squeeze that block or that inner thighs towards each other. And feel the engagement of the glutes. Beautiful. Keep the hands right where they are. Press the hands down. We're going to hold it here for about 3 breaths or so. Keep looking straight up towards the ceiling or the sky. We don't want to look side to side in a bridge pose. Continue to lift up through the hips here for 3. Last 2. And 1. Start to take little pulses. We go up, 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 up. Every time you crunch up, noticing the engagement of the inner thighs, your adductors, the engagement of your glutes. Almost like little waves, you feel everything compress and crunch in towards each other. Here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hold it at the top. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Press into the heels. Press into your hands for 8, 7, 6. Lift a little higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly start to lower 1 vertebrae at a time, super slowly with control. Awareness of each vertebrae touching the ground. Extend through the legs, take a breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Once again, flip over onto your belly. Now we're going to move ourselves into a forearm plank. Bring the forearms down onto the mat. Tuck your toes. We're going to lift the hips up. If you need to modify, know that you can by dropping the knees and lifting the heels. Still pressing the forearms towards each other. So engaging against the ground and lift the heart. So if you notice I'm not sagging my heart, I'm pressing up. Maybe you feel strong and your knees are lifted. Breathe. Hold that super strong plank. Not here for very long. Maybe about 15 more seconds. We're going to move into a side plank. Breathe. Before we go into that side plank, maybe you widen your feet just a little bit more. Keep squeezing the inner thighs, pressing into the forearms for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I like to bring my right hand towards my left elbow, swivel onto the heels, and reach my left arm up to the sky. Notice that I'm on the knife edge of my right foot, the inside of my left. Maybe I can stack my feet, but I really want to focus on keeping my elbow directly underneath my shoulder and lift my hips up to the sky. Breathe. Hold it strong. We're not here for very long. Lift the hips a little higher. Maybe you even look up towards the hand. 3 breaths, inhale. Lift the hips up, exhale. Open mouth exhales if you need them. Slowly bring the left arm back down. I'm just gonna roll straight over onto the opposite side. Pressing into the forearm. Elbows stacked underneath the shoulder. You can stack your feet or you can stagger them one in front of the other. And lift the hips. Maybe you look up towards the sky. Breathe into the side obliques. You're engaging the left side of your body, the side that's closer to the ground, to lift your hips away from the mat. Yes, you can. Hold it strong. 3 more breaths. Slow down the breath. After that 3rd breath, come back down. Forearms face forward. Slowly lower the hips. Tops of the feet on the mat once again. Sphinx pose. Don't let your heart sag down. Still press away. And then imagine you're dragging yourself, trying to connect your heart center towards whatever is in front of you, pulling yourself forward. This helps to stretch out the core. Nice big stretch after all that core work. Hopefully that feels as good as it does for you as it does for me. Again, finding the awareness of even the moments that cause you joy. That you're like, oh, a little bit of relief, why not? Enjoy it, breath in. And as you exhale, breath out, let it all go. Beautiful, slowly drop the heart to the ground. Arms come, hands come right underneath the shoulders. Press all the way back up, high plank, and downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Breath in. And breath out. We've warmed up the legs. We've warmed up the core. We've warmed up the spine. We're ready to flow some more. Let's get into our sun salutation. Inhale, reach the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip. Again, keep the shoulders square. Really opening and trying to lift the right hip to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, knee to your nose. Crunch it all in. And then bring your right foot right in between the palms to a low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Engage the core to lift you straight up towards the sky. Beautiful. Really press off of the back toes. Lift the back heel high. You're going to find a slight bend in the left knee. If you need to, like me, you can take a slight step forward. So you can square your hips a little bit more. Press your left hip forward. Your right hip will press back. Your right knee is right over your right ankle. Feel engagement of the glutes. So you feel a tuck of your tailbone. And then engage your arms as you reach them up to the sky. If you did the previous classes of the series, you know that you can take this on the back knee with the back knee down. But if you're holding strong, really challenging the legs as well, squeezing the inner thighs, send that left hip forward, sink into your right lunge, breath in. And a breath out. Bring your hands towards your heart center. And we're going to twist. We're going to bring the left elbow towards the right, outside of the right knee. I'm pressing my right hand into my left to lift my right shoulder higher to the sky, lifting my belly off of my thigh. If you feel like this is really wobbly, again, you can drop the back knee, focusing just on the twist. If you want to keep engaging through the legs, lifting that back knee high. Press the hands together. Try to bring the thumbs a little closer to your heart center. Maybe you can look up and over your right shoulder towards the ceiling. Breath in. Could you twist a little bit deeper? Breath out. If you're like me, you might be wiggling. Sometimes we fall. It's okay. Just get right back into it. Breath in. And twist. Breath out. Inhale. Rise on up. Crescent lunge. Using your core. Arms high. As we exhale, exalted warrior. Right hand will come to the low back. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can grab on to your left thigh. Take an inhale, reach the heart and the left arm high. As you exhale, start to reach your left arm back. You can keep gazing forward. It'll help with the balance. If you really want to challenge your balance today, You can look up with your left hand, keeping the shoulders square so they're parallel to the front of the mat. Let the hips sink towards the front of the room. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, crescent lunge. Engage the core, reach the arms back up. As you exhale, chair with airplane arms. Drag the left foot forward, place it next to the right. Arms will fly back down and then back. Sink into your chair. Squeeze your hands towards each other. That will help open up through your collarbones. We're creating a little bit of a back bend. That's perfectly okay. Sink a little lower. Try to bring most of the weight onto your heels. Maybe you even lift the toes off the mat. Interlace the hands behind you. Inhale. Lengthen the arms. Open the chest. If this is not available to you, you can always grab a towel or the strap and hold on to that. Or if you want, you can just bring your hands to the lower back, squeezing the elbows together. Breath in. As you exhale, fold with your bind, or hands can stay on the low back. Lifting the arms high if they're bound. Trying to lengthen the legs, bringing the chest down towards the toes. One more inhale. Can you fold a little deeper as you exhale? Inhale. Halfway lift, release the bind, flatten out the spine. As you exhale, high to low plank. Plant your hands. Send your feet back. Shift forward. We lower down halfway. I'll ask you to lower all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take one breath. Let's reset. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Bend the knee and open the hip. Again, keep the shoulders square. Just stretching through the side body. One more inhale. As you exhale, knee to the nose. Crunch it all in as deep as you can go. Then low lunge, bring your left foot between the hands. If you need to drop the back knee, go for it. Inhale, crescent lunge. Reach up high. Breathe. Again, lift the back heel high. Slight bend in the back knee if you need to help square the hips. Right hip pressing forward, left hip pressing back. You can even use your hands, front knee over the front ankle. Engage the glutes. Tuck the tailbone down. Feel the low ribs pull in, keeping that spine nice and long. Breath in. Sink into the lunge, breath out. Beautiful. Slowly bringing the hands to the heart center. And we twist right elbow to the outside of the left knee. If you need to drop the back knee, please do it. And again, press the left hand into the right, so much so that the left shoulder lifts a little bit higher. Maybe the belly can even pull up and off the left thigh. Breathe. Every inhale you feel as you lengthen the spine. Every exhale helps you twist a little deeper. A lot of balancing in this posture. Squeeze the inner thighs together, finding that balance. Breath in, and exhales, twist. Engage the core. Inhale, crescent lunge. We rise up towards the sky. As we exhale, exalted warrior. Left hand will come either to the low back. Maybe you grab onto the right thigh. Keep the shoulders square. Keep gazing forward. Inhale, reach up a little higher. As you exhale, exalted warrior. Right thumb will reach behind you. Maybe the gaze can follow. Squeezing the inner thighs. Sinking into the lunge. Lift up through the center of the heart. Breath in. And maybe go a little deeper. Breath out. Inhale, crescent as we reach high. As we exhale, chair with airplane arms. Drag your right foot forward. Place it next to the left. Fly the arms back and down. Opposite thumb on top this time as we interlace the hands. Inhale, open up through the chest. Find your back bend. Sink into your chair. Breathe. One more inhale. And as you exhale, fold. Lengthen the legs. Reaching the arms up and over the head. You can also grab the low back. Maybe you're grabbing for opposite elbows. There's different variations. One more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, high to low plank. Your vinyasa, your little move flow, shift forward, lower down halfway. You can drop the knees if you need to. Inhale, up dog. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a breath and reset. Inhale. You are strong. Yes, you are. Breath out. Let's begin to flow. Move at your best pace. Inhale, right leg high. Bend and open the hip. As you exhale, knee to the nose. Low lunge. Slowly, right foot comes forward. If you did it with the back knee down, go for it. Inhale, crescent lunge, reaching up. As you exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, shift forward. As you exhale, find the twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine, pull off the belly. As you exhale, open your chest to the right side. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach high. As you exhale, exalted warrior, right arm behind you, maybe the low back, maybe the thigh. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, exalted, lift the heart up and back. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Moving the left foot forward, flying the arms behind you. Interlace the hands. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift and release the bind. As you exhale, high to low plank. Your flow, shifting forward, lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Keep moving, keep breathing. Yes, you can. Inhale, left leg high. Bend and stack the hip. As you exhale, knee towards the nose. Then low lunge at the top. Inhale, crescent lunge. Take the modifications if you need them. As you exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, chest goes forward. Exhales, find your twist. Inhale, lift the belly up. Exhale, open your chest to the left. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, left hand behind you. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, exalted warrior, right thumb back. Inhale, crescent lunge, tuck the tailbone. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Opposite thumb on top. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhales to fold down. Inhale, halfway lift, release the hands. As you exhale, high to low plank. Feet go back, shift forward. Lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breath in. Breath out. One more time. We're going to move all of that. Know that yes, you can. Stay strong. Keep as much engagement through the legs. We're going to move through the flow just a little bit faster. You'll see where we're going. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Bend and open the hip. As you exhale, knee to the nose. Low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach high. As you exhale, twist, hands together, left elbow outside of the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhales to twist. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, right hand behind you. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, open your chest. Exhales to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, high to low plank. Feet go back. Shift forward, lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Last side, hold it strong. Inhale, left leg high. Bend and open the hip. As you exhale, knee to your nose. Low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach high. As you exhale, twist, hands to the heart center. Right elbow outside of the left thigh. Inhale, open the chest. Exhales help you twist. Inhale, crescent lunge. Core is engaged to reach up. Exhale, left hand behind you. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, back bend into it. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, chair with airplane. Arms, opposite thumb on top. Inhale, open the chest, find a little back bend. As you exhale, forward fold. Release the hands, inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, your flow. Plant the hands, feet go back, shift forward. Lower down halfway to the ground. Inhale, up dog. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through your nose. Let's open the mouth, inhale. Open the mouth, let go of some heat. You deserve it, well done, inhale. Once again, open the mouth, let it go. Last breath in, and a breath out. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward. As you exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, hands to your heart center. Pressing your thumbs into your chest. Finding a moment in a second so that you can become aware. How's your breath? Remind yourself of your intention. Find awareness again of it. Allow it to fuel your body for the remainder of class. Holding it strong. The hardest part is done. We're almost out of it. Last breath in. And a breath out. We're going to do a slight little bit of balancing. Shift the weight onto your left leg. The right knee will come high. We're going to reach the arms to the sky. Beautiful, nice and strong. Pressing into the left leg, finding your balance. If you need to move closer to a wall, know that you can. Breath in. As you exhale, dancer's prep, kick the right foot back. Grab onto the inside arch of your right foot. Bring your knees to touch. Start to lengthen up through the spine. Take a breath in. You're welcome to stay here just to hold the balance, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, dancer's pose. Kick into your right hand. Try to spiral the right hip down. Keep the left arm lifted towards the top front corner of your room. Continue to kick, kick, kick. That's going to drive the posture. We're here for 2 more breaths. Slowly start to come back. Try not to let the right foot touch the ground. Reaching the right knee in front of you. And we're going to move into a tree pose. The right foot can either be a kickstand on the right ankle, below the knee on your calf, or above the knee on your inner thigh. Find your balance. Hands can find your heart center. Gaze right in front of you. Find your drishti, your gaze, your point of focus. Continue to let that right knee open up towards the right side. And breathe. One more breath in. As you exhale, slowly release the right leg down. Shake out the left. Well done. Reach one arm up to the sky. Give yourself a high five. Because you rock. Yes, you do. Let's do the opposite side this time. We're going to shift our weight onto the right leg. The left knee will come up high, reaching the arms up to the sky. Beautiful. Breath in. As you exhale, send the left foot back. Once again, grab onto the inside arch of your left foot. Bring your knees to touch. You're welcome to stay here and just breathe. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, inhale. As you exhale, start to kick back. Letting the kick drive the posture. Right arm reaches forward and up. Try to really create that back bend. Kick deeper into the left hand. 2 more breaths. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . We're going to slowly come back, one-legged mountain. Maybe the left foot doesn't touch the ground. And we're going to move once again into our tree pose. Use the same variation you did on the right. Above or below the knee, avoid pressing into your knee for protection, protecting the knee. And press the foot into the thigh as much as the thigh into the foot. The more you're engaged to your midline, the more balance you'll find. Hands to the heart. If you want to fly the arms, know that you can. We'll take 3 breaths. We're going to slowly bring the hands to heart center. Release the left foot down. Shake out the right leg. Add a little smile to your practice. And when you're ready, place yourself towards the top of the mat. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach up towards the sky. As you exhale, forward fold. Hinge from the hips. We lower straight down towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, high to low plank. Plant the hands, feet will go back. Shift forward, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Take a couple breaths here, reset the breath. We're gonna move into our peak posture. It is called wilding. This is what we've been preparing for. And if you don't know what it is, maybe you can just take a quick gaze at the video, or if you've already seen the peak posture video of the class, you can just follow along with me. I'm gonna do my left leg first, just so it might be a little bit easier for you to see. So inhale, we're gonna reach the left leg high. We're gonna bend the knee and open the hip. I'm gonna look up and over my left shoulder. I'm gonna start to bring my right knife edge of the foot down. From here, my left foot is going to plant behind me. I'm on my tippy toes as far forward as you can reach. And then from there, lift the hips, lift the heart, and start to reach forward. Breathe. Pressing into the outer edge of the right foot, like we're in that side plank. Pressing off of the right hand, reaching towards whatever's in front of you. Look towards your left hand, or whatever hand is above your head. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, we come out of it. Plant the left hand. Reach the left foot up high. And then bring the left foot down. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Let's do the opposite side. If you want, you can just follow along with me. This time I'll guide you through it. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip. Start to lean and come onto the knife edge of your left foot. We're going to open, open, open. Lift the right hand. That right foot will step behind you as far forward as it feels good. Lift the hips. Lift the heart. Reach forward. Press into the left hand. Press into the outer edge of the left foot. Lift the hips. You got it, nice and strong. One more breath in. And as you exhale, look down. Right hand plants. Lift the heel high. Then downward facing dog. Breath into your nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Woo. If you need to pause it so you can do the other side if you're watching the video, or if not, we can just go straight into our cool down. Breath in and a breath out. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, step your feet all the way to the top. We'll take a seat. We're going to lengthen out the legs long in front of us. If you need to, keep the knees bent to protect the low back. Know that you can. Inhale, reach the arms up nice and high. As you exhale, forward fold. Grab onto the ankles, your shins, your toes, whatever's accessible to you. And still trying to flatten out the spine. So pull the belly forward. Lift the heart up towards the sky. Flatten out the spine. Then from there, pull. Reach your heart forward, forward, forward. If you're like me, I'm walking out my heels forward as much as you can. It's okay if the legs can't fully extend. If you do have a full forward fold and the knees can touch the ground, that's okay as well.
grab onto whatever's accessible, and continue to breathe. Since our belly is compressed, we are breathing into our lower back and up into our mid-back, back of the ribs. So we feel as the diaphragm pulls and opens up the low back and the back of the chest, finding a little bit more of that spinal extension after that big peak posture we just did. So hopefully you feel that openness. Feel that awareness in your spine, allowing your spine to heal, to get a little bit longer, counterbalancing all that seated postures we've been doing. Most of us sit down all day, so hopefully that felt really, really good. If it was kind of tricky the first time, that is A-okay. We all start somewhere. Know that giving it a try, finding the awareness as we move through it, allows us to grow, not only in our practice, but as human beings as well. Take one more breath in. And if you can, maybe you fold down just a little bit deeper. Release the hands off of the feet or the shins. Use them to walk your chest back up. I'm going to slide my hips to the middle of my mat. If you need to bend the knees, that's okay. And we're going to slowly just roll ourselves down with control, using our core to not just flop our back onto the mat. We always want to try to not make any sounds, and we were really protecting ourselves. Once again, bring your heels close to your glutes. You should be able to tickle the heels, pressing the hands into the mat. Inhale, bridge pose. And we've been here before. If it feels good and you really like to, option to interlace the hands, pressing the hands down, and walk your shoulders closer together. It's going to allow you to lift the heart a little higher, really pressing the hips even higher. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Maybe you even lift the heels. Hold it there for 4. Lift a little bit higher through the hips. 3. Last 2. And 1. Slowly bring your heels down. Release the hands. Again, with awareness, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way until the hips touch the mat. Once the hips touch the mat, we're going to let the knees open wide. Now bring the soles of my feet to touch. Bring 1 hand to your heart, 1 hand to your belly, and allow yourself to close your eyes. Feel the rise and fall of your belly. Feel your heartbeat. While our breath and our heartbeat are normally unconscious, meaning that we don't actually have to tell our heart to beat or let our diaphragm to move so that we can take breaths. Find gratitude in that. There's a gift there for being alive. As long as your heart beats, as long as your breath continues to move, the rest of our body continues to function. And we don't even have to tell them to do so. Finding that awareness, the awareness that this life is a gift. That you are a gift. Noticing the awareness of our body. If there's anything that doesn't feel right or feels tight still, that we might need to send a little bit more love and energy to send it that way. Or if you're feeling really good after today's practice, maybe you can think of someone you need to send a little bit more love to. And then come back to your breath, come back to finding your presence on your mats. Take 1 more big breath in. And open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Bring your hands to the outer thighs. Close your knees like a book. And gently just bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a quick, gentle squeeze. I like to lift my hips off the mat and then bring them back down. Just to round the spine. I also like to rock a little side to side, just to massage my whole back on the mat. Now I'm going to reverse tabletop my legs, bringing my knees over my hips, parallel the shins to the mat, Open the arms out nice and wide. If you don't have enough space, you can cactus out the arms. If you want to go a little bit deeper, I'm going to wrap my right foot up and over the left, and then let my knees drop to the left side. This is just allowing me to go a little bit deeper into my twists. Make sure the right shoulder stays glued to the mat, and look over either towards your right hand or your right shoulder, looking opposite of your knees. And just let gravity do the work with the legs. Letting this find a nice gentle twist. An easy place of healing for the spine. This is great for any lower back pain. To reshape and remold the spine so we can keep a nice long spine, whether we're seated, whether we're standing all day. Allowing the twist to rinse any emotions that we don't want in our body. And being aware that we can let them go. 2 more breaths. Slowly gaze back up. Keep the eyes closed. Bring both knees into your chest. Just give yourself a quick hug. Once again, maybe you lift the hips, maybe you rock a little side to side. And then we're going to reverse tabletop the legs once again, knees over the hips. Open out the arms. If you went for the legs, you can go for it on this side as well. Left leg over the right. And then just let your knees fall towards the right side. You can keep your gaze looking up. If it feels good, maybe look towards your left side or opposite of where your knees are. And keep pressing the shoulder opposite of the knees. So my knees are going to the right, my left shoulder is pressing down. So it allows me to twist from my thoracic spine, the middle of the spine, the vertebrae that are meant to twist, rather than the upper cervical or the lower lumbar spine. Just allow yourself to find an awareness here in this moment of whatever your body might be telling you, whatever may be crossing through your mind. Just pay a little bit more attention, stay grounded, stay aware. 3 more breaths. Nice big full breaths, deep inhales, fill into the belly. And open the mouth, let it go. Last one, breath in. And open the mouth, let it go. Keeping the eyes closed, slowly bring the knees back up into the chest. Pull the knees a little closer to the chest. Once again, maybe you rock a little side to side. Maybe you lift the hips off the mat. Just finding that neutral alignment of the spine once again. Bring your knees to touch. Start to wrap your arms all the way around the shins. Really squeezing yourself into a small little ball. Bring your forehead in towards your knees. Start to engage every muscle in your face without clenching your jaw. Squeeze the knees in a little bit tighter. Engage the core, the glutes, the legs. Pointer, flex the toes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. As much energy as you still have. Breath in. And then as you exhale, Shavasana. You've made it. Let the legs fall out long. Your feet will find the corners of your mat. If there's anything in your way, blocks, props, move them out. Allow yourself to get comfortable. If you'd like a towel or a blanket to bring over you, you may grab that. There's always a lot of different options in Shavasana. Maybe you want to bring blocks underneath the knees or a bolster. Or maybe you just want to be laying down on the ground. All I ask is that the palms of your hands face up to the sky. That allows the shoulders to stay a little more open. Allows us to keep energy moving into us and through us. So universal energy, most of these invisible forces that we cannot see but are still there. Allow yourself to find the last moment of awareness of your class. Take a deep breath in, fill into your belly, into your chest. And then open the mouth, exhale. Just fully surrender. Just breathe. I'll guide you out when it's time. If you need a little bit more time, please take it. If you're ready to move on, we'll start to gently wake up the breath. Take a conscious inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. A little bit deeper, a little bit louder. Inhale, fill your belly. Open the mouth, let it go. Start to wake up the body, move into the fingertips. Wiggle out the toes. Roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. Remember, if you go in one direction, reverse opposite way. You're gonna take a full body stretch. Bring your big toes to touch. Start to reach your arms up and over your head. Point your toes away from you. Reach above the head as you inhale. Lift the belly up towards the sky. As you exhale, bend the knees. Roll over onto your favorite side using your bicep as a pillow. Your top hand presses in towards the ground. Remind yourself of the intention of how you wanted to feel right at this moment. I hope you kept aware, and I hope you reached that place. Find a moment, thank the earth for always supporting us. When you're ready,
press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Eyes will remain closed. Hands will find your heart center. We'll just close out class with one more aware breath. Take a deep breath in, fill the belly, fill the chest. Notice as you fill up. And then open the mouth, aware exhale. Bring your hands to your third eye center, center of intuition with light, with love. We bow towards each other. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this series. If this class felt a little hard, that's perfectly okay. Know that it requires strength. We build up to it. I make series so that we try the class in different stages. We build the strength so that we reach this class. You can give it your best. Continue to stay aware of the thoughts that you have, not just on your mat, but off of your mat. Notice when your body is telling you signals. Notice if there's signals coming to you from your higher power, maybe it's God, whatever you may believe in, energy as well. Continue to practice awareness. It really helps to ground us down, keep us on this earth. It's the only place that you are, and that way you can move forward towards the goals that you really want to reach. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to give us a thumbs up, comment anything that might have seemed hard, something that you're like, oh, how do I do this? We're here to help you grow. And as always, if you subscribe, we really, really appreciate it. Continue to flow, be your most authentic self, and I hope to see you very soon on your mat. Again, my name is Alejandro. Have a wonderful rest of your day.